Hello, everyone, and yes, this I was not expecting, but yes, it is true. Cadillac have signed Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. Well, they had no choice really because there's no Sauber on the grid next year, so they needed an ideal replacement. No, not really, but it is true. They have signed Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas for 2026. I I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. So, who's worse out of those two? Do you reckon? Who's worse? I'm going to say Valtteri Bottas without any shadow of a doubt. Valtteri Bottas. Sergio Perez is definitely the strongest pairing, but when we're talking about strongest pairing, we could sort of, relate it to diseases. So, which one would you like more? Would you like dengue fever or would you like Ebola? Out of those two, just pick one and you can have one. Yes. Oh my God. I'm completely lost for words. Anyway, let's go officially to Sky Sports, and there it is. Cadillac F1 team signed Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas as experienced driver pairing for debut campaign in 20. Well, they have got that right. They are very, very experienced. Valtteri Bottas, of course, years of experience, but Sergio Perez, a complete old stager, going all the way back to, what is it, Force India? Oh my goodness, yes, he's been in there. He's been in Formula One for a very long time, and yes, I'm still lost for words. So Cadillac have just confirmed that they will be last place in next year's 2026 Constructors' Yes, so they'll be returning after losing their seats at Red Bull and Sauber, respectively, at the end of 2024. Oh my God. Yes. The experienced duo will both return after a year away from the grid, with Perez having been axed by Red Bull at the end of his disappointing 2024 campaign, just months after he had signed a contract extension with the Milton Keynes squad. Bottas, who drove alongside Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes from 2017 to 2021, has been serving as the Silver Arrows reserve driver during the 2025 season, after Sauber chose not to renew his expiring deal at the end of 2024. Sky Sports News understands they have both signed multi-year contracts. Okay. In both cases, it was initially unclear as to whether their F1 careers were over, but Cadillac's clear desire for experience in the cockpit has afforded them each another chance in motorsport's elite category. And there is there it is on X. Yes. Begins with them. Shall we see if this plays? I'm not quite sure if it will or not. Let me put my headphones on. I'm still lost for words. I seriously, I thought it was a joke. I thought, no, it's got to be a joke. It's got to be a joke. Let's have a look to the sound.
Few are called. Fewer still are chosen. Do you want the spotlight or the legacy it leaves behind? The godfathers of American glory. The rock stars of culture. Cadillac has defined the road, and now the fastest roads of all. Not for a season, but for a future. A man has but one destiny, but destinies are written.
They can't even spell destinies properly. Now, admittedly, that's probably AI doing that, but oh my God, why can't you spell destinies? But I've got to do it again. Look, here it is. Look.
A man has but one destiny.
Destiny.
But destinies.
But that's not destinies, is it? That's destiny, ninis. Destiny, ninis.
Are written together. We've been expecting you.
Oh, it's Keanu. I can't believe it. Yeah, that's right. We really are in the Matrix now, everyone. We really are in the Matrix now. Oh, that is just brilliant. Well done to Cadillac. That has made me chuckle, that has. So, there you go, everyone. There's the news. They have signed for Cadillac. Oh, my God. please let me know in the comments what you think about that. Let me know if you think this is great for Cadillac for the start of their journey into Formula One. They've got two, admittedly, very, very experienced drivers. Very experienced drivers. Yes. Yes, who unfortunately last year were both at the back of their burger vans selling hot dogs. But they're back, everyone, and they are going to resurge Cadillac. I don't think that's going to happen. As I say, I think the strongest out of those two is definitely going to be Sergio Perez, without a doubt. He's going to be the strongest. Valtteri Bottas. What? Why on earth didn't they pick an experienced driver in one seat and an up-and-coming young charger in the other seat? That would have been the obvious choice, surely. Surely, why did they go with two? I mean, I don't want to speak bad of both of them, but basically two F1 rejects. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? I don't get it. I don't get it. Seriously, I don't get it. As I say, Perez will be the strongest out of those two, without a doubt. But yeah, I'd have put Perez in the team, definitely. I'd have put Perez in the team, but as the other driver, I would have picked, as I say, a young, up and coming, rookie, a fast lad who's out there at the moment, probably in F2 or so, who is really determined and wants to get into. I'd have done that because that would have been the ideal. It would have been like the old movie Driven, wouldn't it? With Joe Tanto, and he could have trained up the youngster, and it could have been great. But I don't see the logic. I just don't see the logic. Surely there's enough drivers in the driver pool that they could have picked someone else. Surely. Than Valtteri bloody Bottas. Surely. I don't get it. I'm lost for words, but there is the news, everyone. Just a quick video to say, yes, that Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez are now at Cadillac. So, yes, it's time for us to get the smallest violins out for 2026, when Cadillac will be, as I say, taking over the mantle of Sauber, kick me up the arse for last positions, because they have really resurged this year in 2025. So they're not. I don't even think they're going to be in last place. I think that's going to be awarded to Alpine, isn't it, as the worst car possibly. So they have resurged, but unfortunately next year, of course, their name will be gone. It'll be gone from the annals of history, which I'm very, very sad about. Very, very sad about, because Sauber have been in Formula One for a very, very long time. But unfortunately, change is inevitable. And next year, of course, they will be Audi. So in comes Cadillac. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes to take over that last place position. And that's it. That's it. Because honestly, I can't see the team next year doing very well at all. And multi-year deals, mind you, that doesn't mean a thing these days. That those contracts can be broken very, very quickly. And I think they will be. And maybe they'll see sense in 2027 and get, as I say, they'll probably keep Sergio Perez on, but they need to get some up-and-coming rookie in there to really put some fire into the team. Because let's face it, let's just look at this from a PR perspective. Let's look at this from any other perspective. Yeah, they're not going to be, they're not going to be a sexy team, are they? With those two in it. Let's face it. Valtteri, he's going to bring lots of quirkiness and weirdness to the team, which is probably what you don't need in your first year in Formula One. And Cadillac, of course, are, as a business, they're very, very serious. That's not going to. Valtteri's quirkiness, I don't think it's going to fit in with the Cadillac branding. It really isn't. And Sergio, to a certain extent, I don't think is going to fit in anyway. So, it's just how bizarre. How bizarre. But there is your news for today, everyone. Yes, we finally got some F1 news after a very, very long time. And Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas has signed for Cadillac. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. And I'm off for a lie down because I still can't believe it's true. But it is. Thank you, everyone. and I'll catch you in the next video.